Alrighty, welcome to the match between Fiera 28 and Team Flauta. It's a Category C quarterfinal in the Virgo Cup VII. Oh yes, stakes are getting ever higher, and these two teams, they have battled their way through the group stage and the round of 8 final to get here. So the stakes are indeed as high as they can be for these teams. Let's introduce them. We'll just start with Red. Yeah. Anyways, in the red we have DD playing as the Vikings. Alright then. That's good. I like that. In the yellow we have El Piso playing as the Sicilians. Alright, so Sicilians for Arabia then. Didn't see that one coming, but that's fine with me. Sicilians aren't a bad Arabia Civ, but you have some things to say about them, of course. In the green we the green. Wow, that's not green. I can make him green, but I think that would get confusing. So let's keep him purple, right? I mean, not orange, purple is better. In the purple, we have El Colo playing as the Vietnamese. Alrighty then. Who is also laming his opponent. Yeah, Vietnamese, of course, know exactly where the opponent is, and purple is going to go for it. There you go. Takes 2 hits on the scout, alright? Let's see if he's going to get that lame gone. Blue, oh! Blue hasn't scouted that yet. Blue hasn't scouted that yet, so Blue doesn't know this is happening right now. I mean, you can expect that, right, against Vietnamese, but Blue doesn't know about this right now. He didn't, because if he had scouted this, you would see the board take off in a fog of war, and now Blue doesn't know about any of this. So Purple can just take this board right home and be very happy with that. Keeping his TC running at the same time. Good stuff. Yep, he will have an extra board to eat now. Good stuff. Of course, Blue, who is Loco del Tacho, playing as the Japanese, is not going to be very happy about that one. Now, you can push in your hunt right there to make up for that board loss, but still, that's a lot of extra micro, a lot of extra time that you need to spend pushing in deer instead of scouting your opponent. So, of course, it's much better to keep your boars alive. Now, ideally, I think if Purple had also taken a boar of his own, right, at the same time, that would have been a little bit better economy-wise, but I understand why he didn't do that. That's a lot of micro at the same time, so yeah, it makes sense to me. It's better to just get that lame done and then just take your board then, rather than, try to take your board at the same time and then fail both the lure and the lame, right? That would be worse. Alright, let's finish our introductions. In the green, we've got King Gaius playing as the Berbers. Alright. Yeah, I like that. We expected that. And then in the teal, we have Yehi playing as the Saracens. I love that. That's good. Alright. As, red almost taking some damage. Does take some damage on a scout, but not a whole lot. Only a few arrows. So, we know scouts, right? In Age of Empires. You can fire like, what, 20 arrows at these and they still walk? It's kind of unrealistic if you think about it. But yeah, any game that has HP kind of is like that. It's like in Call of Duty when you get shot at and the screen gets all bloody, and then you just wait a second behind some sort of cover, and then you get your health back. Just like in real war, when you take bullets to the face, you survive if you just sit behind a barricade for a second. Funny times, funny times. But honestly, the game would probably not work if you didn't have HP. At least it's a fair way. It's a fair way to see now who's winning fights. Honestly, I don't know how else you would program it. All right. Now I kind of want to talk about resources, because do you see the resources for Blue? That is a forward main gold, and the other gold is forward as well. That's awkward. Does have a back gold. That's kind of nice. But yeah, you don't want to lose control of this main gold, but it's an awkward gold to say the least. You'd have to wall like this around it. But if you do that, there's a hill here, which makes it easy for the Viking player, the Vietnamese player, to push into your base. Vietnamese player has gold in the back of his base. It's nice. Also brought in all the boars. I don't think Blue was able to counter lame. Blue is just pushing in his deer instead. Yeah, he probably realized he had been lamed. So yeah, just reacting to that, that's good. We'll be able to have a similar uptime now to Purple. Red has a forward gold, but it is behind a wood line, which is nice because that wood line kind of shields your gold now. You wall around that and you should be okay. As you can see, Red already investing in a lot of walls. He can wall to the edge of the map if he wanted to, or just wall around his base. That's probably what he's going to do. And then wall on the left-hand side. Berries are kind of awkward though. On a hill, yeah, I can see teal and green doing damage there. Now we have teal on gold as well. 4 on gold already. That's kind of heavy on gold, alright. as we have red taking a fight against teal now, but teal, of course, had that, did do some damage to red scout earlier on, so can win that fight. But now if red keeps taking the hills, that was good as well. Alright, teal's gold is forward, kind of open. Yeah, teal's base is really open. He's got 3 wood lines, but look at that. He would have to wall a whole lot. Now, luckily, Saracens tend to be the more aggressive civilization anyways, using the market against the Viking players, so that's okay. But the Viking player, of course, it's all about keeping that eco safe. The moment that he hits feudal age, he will have wheelbarrow. His economy will be a lot better. Even if his opponent also research wheelbarrow, you will be ahead by 3 vils. That's why Vikings are so dangerous. You can get crazy uptimes with that. You can go for a faster castle age and a faster imperial age. And imperial age is indeed the time that Vikings shine. Early imp, when they're up and no one else is. That's when he can do damage to the Saracen player for sure. Although the Saracen player could use the market to get a competitive castle time. Red and teal still fighting, but red is in feudal age a lot faster than teal. And it's getting a lot of free hits here. Teal might lose his scouts. No, not in time. Yeah, red's not gonna get that close to the TC. He's not that silly, is he? No, he's happy to do the damage to teal, and teal won't be able to go anywhere near red now. Hopefully he did scout red. Ooh, he didn't. Yeah, and Vietnamese aren't on your team, which means that he doesn't know what red's doing. If red had gone for men-at-arms, which with Vikings are fairly strong, teal would have not known about that. And I think those men-at-arms might have done a lot of damage to teal because it's still very open. Alright, I couldn't find the berries for a sec. They were hidden behind the mill. Alright, of course, the scout players getting their scouts out right now. There's 2 scouts in the field for yellow, 3 for the Berber players. The Berber player slightly ahead than the Sicilian player. Now, Sicilians don't really get a clear eco bonus. What they do get is more food on their farms, but that is something that pays off in the long run. So the longer the game goes, the better it is for Sicilians because they won't have to invest as much wood into farms, unlike the Berber player. However, that's later in the game. You know, if this game only goes to 20 minutes, then Sicilians basically don't have an eco bonus. Now, Sicilian scouts don't die to spearmen. Well, they do die, but it takes a few more hits because they resist bonus damage, which does help you. The other thing that helps you in castle age, Berbers can't really mix in camels. Should not mix in camels against Sicilians, because I've said that many times already. But trust me, camels in castle age do not do any better than knights in castle age against Sicilian knights. As red is gonna get himself a kill. Yeah, nicely done by red, even with the block there. Even without fletching, those archers got that kill. So yeah, good stuff. First blood of the game as well, actually. And ooh, scout though taking out the spearman here for teal, taking out the scout for red. Nicely done. All right, yellow's on the way to. Yellow is walling his base up, but here comes green. Yellow did realize that he's pulling back that villager, but is she gonna be safe? No, if green blocks this properly, he will get that kill, and gets the kill nicely, even without the block. And it looks like yellow hesitated to send that villager back for a while, and that's why she died. Hey, okay, where's Yellow's scout army at the moment? It is going back home. Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, Yellow got his scouts out earlier. No, later than Green. Green was a little bit ahead in the numbers, so Green felt more confident to move forward first. And as a result, Green is now attacking Yellow instead of the other way around. Now, that's always interesting in the game. You know, who sets that dynamic of the game? Going forward first to force your opponent to come back and defend. Now, better it would be for the for yellow here to just defend with spearmen, which is what he is doing. Get some hits in on the scouts, and instead of sending your scouts back, you just defend with spearmen and walls, and just get your scouts forward and do counter damage. That would be slightly better. Blue right now, 12 archers. Oh, blue is in purple's base. Purple wanted to get that wall up, but that wall is very ambitious. It did not go up, and blue is right here. And purple has only 3 archers to speak of. Has nothing to defend himself against the Japanese archers that are strolling into his base. Alright. It's going to be awkward to reinforce as well, because one of those archer ranges is down here. And purple also, no fletch. Nah, he does have fletching and armor. Okay, so he did get all those upgrades. The problem is he doesn't have an army to armor with with that extra armor. Yeah, they're still defending against the scouts for green. Green did lose some scouts here, but I think he pulled most of them back. Or at least he still has 5 scouts somewhere. Most of those are gonna be... Oh yeah, out here. There you go. Blue still attacking, has the hill as well. The Vietnamese player does have skirmishers with upgrades. Now, it would be nice if green were here with scouts. Green should be here with scouts, actually. Because blue is still trying to drop in more units, but those archers can't go through it. They have to walk around, after all. Blue is still microing, but no, I think you should just back up. Ask green to come to you. There you go. Green is on the way. Someone needs to deal with the skirmishers. In the meantime, we have teal and red now fighting on this side as well. Red also has the armor upgrade, has a bunch of skirmishers near as well. So I don't think teal can win this fight. Not with this many skirms. Yeah, we need green to be... Well, you just need to go to either side here. Just pick a side and go there. Anyway, teal's saying, yo, I got a lot of skirms to deal with as well. I think what teal should do now is just go back home. Right? If green's going to the left to help blue, then green should just go... teal should just go back home and defend. Honestly, I prefer it if green actually went with teal. Because right now, if you look at the army count for blue, it's only 12 archers. Right? Purple will be able to defend himself against that. On the other side, though, way more military for red. That's a lot more scary. Or a lot scarier, I should say. Where are the scouts from green, actually? He's sending scouts to both sides now. Alright. Sure about that one. Alright, well, green's going to split up his army then. That means that his army can help on both sides, but it will be weaker to yellow if yellow makes army. Oh, yellow is being greedy here. He's being very greedy here. This may hurt his opponents because normally I'd say, well, if yellow makes 10 scouts and keeps them all in the one place, then yellow is just going to easily kill the scouts from green. Yeah, not if yellow only has 4 scouts, which are in the back of green space doing not a whole lot. Alright, now, green can have 2 armies simultaneously, do damage on all sides, and look at that, skirmishers are being pushed back by the scouts, and blue runs right into the wood line to do some damage there. Purple, yeah, he's trying to fight those archers, but look at that, the skirm's dying hard to the scouts. Same time, green is here, but he can't break to the walls just yet. We need teal to do that as a Saracen player. A few villagers gone down there. For purple, blue of course running in the back of his base. Purple has to abandon another wood line as well, and blue is having the awesomest time. Alright, a repeat on this side. There's a lot of skirmishers here though. Red is actually fighting the scout army instead of trying to kill the archers first. There you go, kill the scouts first and then kill the archers. There you go. Teal should probably back up here. Yeah, just back up, teal. Back up, get the castellates and kill this with castellates military, especially since the Viking player, who did not take a lot of damage, no damage one might say, look at that. Look at that castle time for red, a lot better for teal. And that's just how it is. That's just what Vikings do. What they do. Alright, well, yellow finally sending in a scout. That with those scouts, they will be able to clear up these archers finally. And yellow is on the way to castellate. Green only now clicking up, so it's going to be 2 minutes before green can make knights. And yellow is about to send some knights as well. So it's not like Fiera 28. Despite the aggressiveness from Team Flauta, they're not behind. It's actually dead even in the Vil count. Look at that, 126 for both sides, right? But the army count for Team Flauta is still higher. But remember, that's feudal age army. Feudal age army doesn't count as much. Alright, we got the Sicilian player on stone as well. Probably wants to get a castle up at some point. That is totally fine. Green now will make more scouts. Is on the right side. He's getting upgrades as well. These are fully upgraded feudal age scouts. I think what he needs to do, get over here as fast as you can, kill this army right now. Like right now. If you can kill this army before red gets his upgrades, and red is not getting his upgrades right now, teal should tell green, green, get over here. Get over here. Green, where you going? This is a bit of teamwork. A bit of teamwork that we need here. It's much more oh, hang on. Is that a hole? That's a hole. That's a hole. Alright, disregard what I just said. It's either killing army or economy. You need to do one of the two. And the scouts get inside of red's economy. And red, don't try to fight this. These scouts have upgrades. Red, don't do it. Don't do it, red. Yeah, red is walling this in, but who are you actually trapping here? You're just trapping your villagers. And ay. Alright then. Now this is totally worth it. Totally worth it. I mean, teal is losing his army there. Nah. Teal should just run back home. Teal, as soon as you see that red is in castle, just run right back home. Because you're just going to lose your army like that. Especially if green's not coming to you. So green did a lot of damage, right? Killed 10 villagers. Nice. So, these scouts got value. They sure did. I would even get light gap now still. Even still with 7 scouts. Totally worth it. Red trying to get the walls up. Ah, the scouts get into the gold as well. There's a few spearmen to defend, but ay. And Yellow sending his first knights here now to deal with the scouts. And Red is getting completely clobbered by the Green at the moment. So, if Green had not gotten into that wood line, I would have said that Green's move was a mistake. But because he got into the wood line, because he got lucky, this was good. F for Red. Speaking of F, you can actually use the F emote, by the way. It would be very appropriate here indeed, as we have a wolf rush as well. Wow, Yellow bringing in a wolf. Right, well, Green scouts go down, but my god, after 18 villager kills, I think it was totally worth it. Alright, Teal now, is in the castle age as well. Can now at least kill these skirmishers until Red gets his upgrades, but there you go. Yellow, yeah, there you go. Fs. I made that a follower emote so that everyone can use it, but of course you can use it as a subscriber. Okay, I think GG and F, those are just 2 very important emotes. I think we should all have those. Alright, the first knights for Green though, kind of all on their own. Should probably wait for support, but the problem is that Teal is losing some of his army down here. Teal, I mean, you're gonna have to micro this, my friend. It's still skirmishes. Teal, this is fine for Red. Red doesn't care here. He's not losing any units that he cares about. Red just, well, you could cancel that elite skirb upgrade, but I mean, why not get it? It's fine. What's going on the other side, actually? Not looking so good for purple on this side, is it? Because blue is still ahead. Even though purple did a good job defending in feudal age, I mean, somewhat, he is still losing villages there. 10 villagers. Oh, purple! He wants to get the siege workshop up. No, purple. Oh. I mean, he got it up, but damn, 14 villages. He lost 7 villagers getting that up. I'm not sure if that's worth it, man. I'm not sure if that's worth it at all. Alright, well, Red and Yellow are moving forward. We got some camels in here as well, but remember, camels don't do crap here. There's no reason to get camels. Not against Sicilians. Want me to show you again? Let's go. Remember, Sicilians get the minus 50% bonus damage, right? Camel Riders do 9 extra damage versus cavalry. That gives them a total attack, right? If you get the +2, of 12.5. How much attack does a knight do? 12 with all the upgrades. So you do half an attack more. That's not worth it. That's not worth it at all, because camels die to everything else. They die to crossbows. They also die... Well, they can't even kill villagers easily. They die to town centers. It's just camels are good against cavalry, but not against Sicilian knights. So I keep saying, again, only half the damage more. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I'd rather just go for knights and match the number. It's much better. Berbers can cheaply make knights anyways, so they should be able to match the Sicilian number even if you're behind. Still finding it difficult to fight against Red here, because Red has a lot of skirmishes in here as well. It's very awkward indeed for the Saracen player at the moment. Well, good thing that Blue is still pushing. We have some knights here to protect Blue. Blue is still running around Purple's economy. And remember, these archers have the Saracen bonus as well. Could totally kill the town center. Green is getting 25 knights out. He stopped making camels. That's good. I'm glad he did that, because I know it's tempting as Berbers. I'll just mix in a few camels. Against any other civilization, sure. Against Sicilians, just don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Heavy camel, though. Heavy camel is worth it. That actually is a lot better. Okay, Green should snipe the Mangonel. Green. Ah! Snipe the Mangonel, Green. He has the +2, so he can't jump under the towns that we have. Town Bell coming in. We have Mangonel gets sniped, and Green will just be right back. Meantime, Green and Teal need to stay together here, as we have way more military for Red now. 43 versus just 27. As I like Green's move here. Well, not this. I don't like this. Green. No. Don't take that fight. Aye. Added effect is that Teal now has the hill. That might be good. He's forcing Red to go this way. He wanted to pick up Red's reinforcements. That was the idea. Alright. Looking really good. Looking really good on the left here. So we have a Mangonel now. Ooh, Blue, watch out. Ooh. Oh, that was close. Imagine being in that choke point and a Mangonel hits you. Oh my god. So much would die. Okay, green kind of raiding around. At the same time, yellow's army is all in red's base right now, trying to kill that army for green. But green's army is right here. It is here to kill the crossbows. A lot of these are skirmishers as well. It's just 20 crossbows. Teal is still behind. Now yellow joins though. All right, it's 15 knights. Not a lot of crossbows anymore. Teal has way more crossbows at the moment. Red retreating a lot as well. Teal still shooting into this mass. Green retreating as well. Alright, this fight ended up being fairly even, but here you go. More knights now for green. Ah, that was kind of a mistake from yellow to leave, you know, for just 2 knights to leave red's army, because red took some losses there unnecessarily. Right now going to go for a siege workshop as well to defend himself. Mangonels are forcing blue to reconsider being around here. I don't think blue should be around here. That'd be very dangerous. We need green to be here with some knights, right? Just send a few knights to kill the Mangonels, because then blue can take the fight. But green is busy. Busy breaking into red's base. Yeah. Let the Saracen player kill the house. Just let the Saracen player kill the house. Alright. Red has a beautiful hill. Beautiful hill. It's going to be really tough for green and teal to fight their way up here. There's 11 knights, 9 skirmishers, and 19 crossbows. We got 40 crossbows for the Saracen player. That's enough to one-shot knights. And how many knights do we have here? 16. More army for Team Flauta right now. Way more army, especially on the other side. The difference is palpable. Yellow and red, they can't move out. Yeah. Okay, a knight now from green. Ah, well done by green. But oh, the Mangonel gets the shot in and kills a lot of crossbows as well. That's like 7 crossbows going down right there. Nice shot from blue. But blue bringing out his own Mangonels to make sure that the crossbows from purple can't do anything. Brings out a battering ram as well. And red, he wants to move out, but he can't. But what red can do is do what Vikings do best. Go to Imperial Age. But teal is thinking about the same thing. Teal lacking the second building. That's what he's building right now. Want to bet? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. He was going to build that, but the shift click didn't work because of course it doesn't. Ooh, Mangonel here though, doing some bonus damage, or some damage on this clumped up group of knights. Mangonel still kills stuff, but oh, red, he's losing his entire army before Imp. Maybe instead of Imp outproducing would have been the better call here, because the army is on your doorstep. And now yellow losing his knight army as well. Teal is going to march right in. All you can hope for now is a giant Mangonel shot. That's all you can hope for now. We're going to watch that in a second. Blue is waiting to proceed. Okay, we're going to look for that Mangonel shot. How big is it going to be? It better be the biggest shot that we ever saw. Oh, it's not going to be a big shot because Teal's archers are not clumped up. Ah, boo. And there you have it. The GG is called. The Mangonel shot couldn't save. Fiera 28 and Team Flauta take the first game. Alright. That was a pretty close game actually. It was close in, I mean, you could tell that the teams were equal in skill. But the position for Team Flauta was much better for most of this game. For one, I think it all started to go downhill for Fiera 28 with that raid on the woodline. That raid on red's base was devastating. Now, green could have totally sent his scouts here, kill red army. Or kill red's army. Then teal breaks in and does the same thing. That's fine too. Would have probably been the more reliable result. I think at the higher level, that's what they would have done, right? Instead of trying to go for, to go YOLO yourself, try to go and find some damage, which you may not get. They just kill red's army. Teal then breaks in with Saracens, and you're fine. There was a hole in the wood line. Red lost 10 villagers and a few more villagers on the gold there to the scouts and light cap from green. So that made that worth it. Even if red was losing a bit of army momentum. Again, it took red a while. It took teal a while to push out against red here because of all those skirmishers. Again, would have been helpful if green had cleared those up, which is why higher level teams would prefer that, right? Just kill your opponent's army, because at that point you can do whatever you want to your opponent's base. In the meantime, blue was just doing a great job on his own. Killed 16 villagers. Was keeping purple all the way back, all the way over here. Purple never got to hit blue, and I think blue had his revenge for the lame from purple earlier. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, so yeah, when you're losing on two sides, that is a losing game for you right there. If red and yellow had been able to get a good fight against teal, maybe, but it was going to be a difficult task. Maybe the fast imp from red might have done the trick, but the problem was that when he went Imperial Age, right? When he went up to imp, your opponent is right here, right? Right here. And already has more crossbows than you. You go if they force a fight, which they very well might in that 2 minutes that you are going up the imp, you're not going to be able to produce and match that number, and then, well, this happens. So yeah, there you go. All right. Also, way more knights produced by the Berber player. I saw that 43 versus 73. Yep, that's Berbers for you. That is what they do. There you go. Yeah, the military production for green was a lot better than yellow. Yeah, almost double. Production for teal was good as well, 112. Also, yeah, closely matched by red. Yeah, the person that was most behind here was, yeah, purple to blue. Blue had produced more as well. KDs were better as well for Team Flauta, so they were taking better fights overall, and that is how you win games. Especially right here, these fights. That fight between red and yellow. That was, yeah, yellow sent his knights away, right? And red lost a lot of crossbows before yellow finally joined the fight, and then it was already too late, because teal actually had more crossbows at that point. Before then, red had the bigger army, but not after that. Economy-wise, yeah, nice economy there for yellow. That did good. I think he boomed, yeah, he definitely kind of outboomed green. Only slightly, though. The problem is that when your economy is equal, Berbers outspam you, because their knights are cheaper. So, not fair, is it? You outboom the Berber player, you have almost the same economy, but they can turn it into more knights. Yep, that's just kind of the reality of it. That's why Berbers are a strong pocket set. Alright, who was the fastest player? It was teal, 58 APM. Very nice, nice. All these players are quite fast, actually. Very good. Right. There you have it. It is now 1-0 in favor for Team Flauta, but we will go to the home map for Fiera 28, which if I remember that correctly, I think that was Enemy Archipelago. I think so. Check. Yes, it's Enemy Archipelago. Oh boy, that's gonna be awesome. You ready for this? This is going to be 3 1v1 games in one. Well, not entirely, because it's still a team game. Here you go. Can Fiera 28 clap back on their home map? I hope so. I sure hope so. Because then we go to a third game. You know me, I am always biased in favor of the team that's the underdog in a set. You know, or at least in the set, because they lost one game. Alright, let's go. Welcome to the second game between Team Flauta and Fiera 28. I'm going to have to change the color here. I'm just going to make you green. It doesn't really matter. I mean, normally I would change teal to green and then gray to teal because of the positioning. But I don't think it really matters right now because, again, your own personal island. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. Let's introduce our players. I'm going to go per island, but we're going to start with the Fiera 28 players first, because this is their home map. In the purple, we have El Colo playing as the Malay, and he's up against King Gaias here with Hindustanis. Ooh. Yeah, we knew Hindustanis were coming. You know, as soon as I realized, wait, Enemy Archipelago, Hindustanis, yeah, obviously they're going to go for Hindustanis. One of the best 1v1 civs in the game right now. Good stuff. Alright, in the yellow, we've got El Piso playing as the Italians. Good stuff. And then in the green, we have Byzantines. It's Loco del Tacho. Good stuff. Then, last but not least, we got Didi in the red playing as the Malians up against Pablo playing as the Poles in the teal. Alright. This map could be tricky. We're trying to figure out whether to go land or water. Yes! Yes, it is. Indeed. I think most teams, what they will do, they will dock, right? They will dock, but I don't think anyone would, especially in a higher level where 1v1s, you know, you need all your resources to win on land. I think most teams will barely fight for water. You know, what will happen is they will just fish, right? And just ignore water for the time being. Maybe sometimes they make like 1 or 2 galleys if they can afford it, and then just try to snipe their opponent's fishing ships, which would be nice. It's only when one player loses their island, right? Then the winning player can do 1 or 2 things. That is transport to someone else, or go heavily on water and just completely bombard the shoreline. Although I think transporting is more popular. But yes, Enemy Archipelago is an interesting team game map. It is the one map in the tournament where the individual 1v1 skills of your team really matters. It really matters. You have to be able to win a 1v1 here, because if you normally only rely on the team, you're going to struggle here, because you can't rely on your team. No one can help you. I mean, look how isolated everyone is. Like, it's still one player from one team, one player from the other team. Like, and that's how it goes all the way around. So you can't get a lot of help from your team. As blue almost runs into the TC. All right. Now, something we should definitely talk about is resource locations. We have a forward berries here for blue, that's awkward. We have forward gold, another forward gold, and that gold is awkward as well. Blue's got some awkward golds here, actually, as the Hindustanis player. That might prompt them to just stick with scouts at the start here. The Malay player also has one good gold. You wall right there, that gold is safe. We have one gold over here and another gold all the way out here. So yeah, the extra golds aren't very safe, but having at least one safe gold helps you a lot. Looks like all the stone for this island is in the middle of the map. I'm missing one. Oh no, hang on a second. Purple has a backstone. Nice. What about blue? Does blue have backstone? No, he doesn't. Wow, purple has the better map for sure. Right, we have Teal walling in a villager. He did manage to quick wall that then. Nicely done. Sorry we didn't see that. Hard to keep track of everything, of course, here. We have a forward gold for Teal. That's awkward. But we have some golds down here. And because of the shape of this island, if you wall that, your golds and your stones are actually fairly safe here. So that's actually not too bad for Teal. We have a forward stone. That's okay. What about red? Red has... His island is a lot slimmer over here, but unfortunately for him, all his golds are forward. So the Malian player is going to have to be a bit more aggressive there. He does have, wow, double stone in the back. So we can go for a castle drop for sure. As for green, his golds are alright. They're pretty close to the TC, that's okay. But he does not have a lot of space behind his TC, which is still, it's kind of bad on a map like this. Because there's nowhere to run. You'd have to transport your villagers out. As for yellow, we have a back gold. Ah, well, that's not fair. Yeah, this happens sometimes in enemy archipelago. And so hold on a second. Are we fighting in the middle? Yep, looks like red and teal are duking it out in the middle there. Malian player has more HP on his scout though. Yeah, back gold for yellow. I think last what we need to talk about is our Civ matchup. I think most players will just go for feudalates because, well, going fast castle is risky, but yellow's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Look at that. 25 pop already. Still making vills. Well, he's up against Byzantines, right? Italians and Byzantines can both go for fast stamp, right? It's both a possibility. If Byzantines get the better trash, but Italians get the better archers, right? Because they get Pavice, which is a Castellate unique unit technology, I mean, which gives extra armor to your archers, I think, your foot archers, which is nice. For the rest, also... I would actually prefer Byzantines on water, because if you're just going to make a few fire galleys, Byzantine fire galleys are a lot more effective than Italian fire galleys. And Italians, the saving at the, saving on dock technology doesn't really help you that much. As, ooh, teal, no, don't attack, run away. He didn't see you, Shh. Oh, but then he sees that. Never mind. Okay, so it will be a tower rush from the Poles player. Is anyone surprised by this? Not me. Not me, I was just about to talk about this. Yeah, the Malian player does know about this now. So, I think I would tower this gold right now. Because we don't have a back gold. We need to keep this gold alive. So I think you should tower this right now. Red, you know this is happening. You saw the mining camp. Tower. You gotta tower. Because those archers aren't out yet. You can't defend yourself against this. That tower will come up. Okay, red is distracting the villagers at the moment, but yeah. Right, we got some men-at-arms now from blue. Hindustani men-at-arms. Alright, I think scout play is better, right? Alright, well here they are, and purple has not responded to this yet, and purple's gonna lose a villager at the very least. The Malay player is trying to get some... Ooh, he's actually making some navy. Oh, but I don't like that. Not for purple. If you are going to go on water on this map, you need to wall. You need to wall your whole island. You gotta wall everything. Because your opponent is probably not gonna do that, right? And if you go to water, yeah, you might eventually get some value and kill some of their fish once you find it, right? In the meantime, you may die on land. Alright, we have a tower now going up. Wow, Teal all the way over here. What's Teal scouting like, actually? Oh, no wonder Teal didn't properly scout red. So Teal thought, oh, that's red's gold. I'm going to tower that. And red's like, see if I care. See if I care. This is my gold. Yeah, this is saving red big time. Red's going to get his archers out. And that will be the end of that tower rush for sure. You know, red drops his own tower now on the wood line because that would be very annoying. And now, yeah, I mean, if red wants to continue with this tower rush, he'd have to go through this tower, which is difficult to do. For the rest, by the time that he finally goes over here, if he ever does, red will have enough archers out to defend this. What's green doing right now? Green's moving forward with archers, and yellow is making archers as well. There you go. So yellow is about to click up, but I guess he felt the need to make some military to defend himself against green. And I mean, again, you gotta think, in a 1v1, would you go fast castle every time? I think few players would do that. Most players, they would say, nah, I'll just go for feudal age. Alright, we have teal with yet another tower. Again, red doesn't have to give a hoot about this tower. This tower doesn't do anything. It does nothing. Yeah, it denies some space. Sure, who cares? You know, you go to Castlade, drop a siege workshop, get a mangonel out, and boom, you're done. Red doesn't care. Who doesn't have to care about this. Now, if teal then drops a tower here, or even closer, then you can start to think, yeah, maybe I should drop another counter tower. But otherwise, nah. What's blue doing? Blue is still putting pressure on purple's wood line, and yeah, purple didn't make any land military. He's now gonna go for the archer range. Yeah, I don't know. I know fire galleys are also not doing anything. Did he find blue's fish, by the way? Oh, well, he's never gonna because blue didn't go to water. No one on Team Flauta did. Wow! Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so no water whatsoever for the entire Team Flauta team, which means that you're not going to be able to kill any fish. So yeah, this is also a thing why going to water can be a risk. You need to know if your opponent goes for water. You need to scout, see if they have a dock up. So purple did not scout whether blue had a dock up. He could have scouted that during the feudal age. He would have known then that going for water would have been a waste of time here. And purple is... Yeah, he might have the score lead right now, but that's because he has a lot of water econ. He has some fire galleys as well. And Hindustanis, yeah man. Hindustanis with the archers, killing a bunch of villagers, and purple is certainly paying the price. Lost 5 villagers already. Defending himself with skirmishes, but it's certainly very awkward at the moment. And another villager may very well go down here. Probably will go down. Or maybe not, she's gonna run away. Alright. Scout now helping out against the men-at-arms. Purple, you need to kill the men-at-arms as well. Going on with the tower rush. Nothing! Nothing's going on with the tower rush. All the villagers are kind of stuck in this tower. They can't do anything. The archer range is denied. Teal lost 3 vills as well. That's probably 3 of the tower rusher vills. And like I said, red will just click up here way before teal with way more villagers. Red is fine. Yellow defended himself against green, you know, and I love that yellow recognized I need to make some military here. This is not a team game. I can't be saved by my pocket here while I greedily go up to the castlades. It's not going to happen. You know, you need to make some military. He did that, and now he's up the castlades. He's still alive. Didn't lose, well, lost 2 villagers. That's totally doable. We're fine. And green hasn't clicked up yet. Green's not gonna click up yet anytime soon because green's economy was a lot worse, and green doesn't have fish. Remember that. Remember, Italian player has fish. Green does not. That is a lot of extra food that green is missing out on. And this is the downside of not going to go to water, obviously. Yeah, red has a nice position to sit. Teal can't do anything with these villages, so a lot of his economy is idle right now. So really, the only player on Team Flauta's team who I'd say is in a winning position is blue. And that's only because purple made a mistake in his strategy here. Did purple actually scout blue? He did. Yeah, but that's on water. He didn't scout that with a scout. If he had scouted the shoreline, he would have known that blue did not go for a dock. He would have known not to go for water. He would have known, okay, we're just gonna go for land military. I mean, delay are already kind of behind normally. You know, melee delay is a saying for a reason. As blue is yet killing more villagers, but purple did manage to get the castellates, even without the market, using that fish. I mean, having fish still helps him a lot. And blue right now has only 3 archers, so it's not like blue is that like far ahead in the military count. Alright, well, the red is on the way to castellates as well, and there you go. Fiera 28, they kept their heads cool most of all, and they're all in castellates. Why didn't they scout red? I don't know. It's clear that teal did not scout red, otherwise he would have known that the first tower had to go up on this hill right there. And now it didn't go up, and red has is going to get some knights out now. Those knights will clear out the tower as well. Oh, and Teal losing a bunch of villagers on the stone as well. Tower goes down. Teal, delete it. Did he delete it? Can't tell. Crossbows now for yellow on green's economy, and green is on the way to. Well, he's trying to go to castle. He's had to use the market as well. Tower now going to go up, but that is not going to go up. Nope. That is a doubt tower. Doubt tower may go up unless yellow breaks through the walls, which he's going to do. Yeah, that's Castle Age military for you. Yeah, 28, they are playing this map as it's supposed to be played. Yeah, they're playing it well. They're playing it really well. Yeah, and if Teal wants to get up to the next stage, he's going to have to do a good job of doing that, alright. There's a knight here to kill the scout. We have a mangonel now. Yeah, blue. Teal wants to kill this, but it's not going to happen. It's just blue. It's just blue. If blue can hold on, maybe. Blue's making camels right now. Oh, yeah, that's the weakness of Hindustanis. Why camels? Blue, you're not the pocket. You're not the pocket. Why are we making camels? I mean, obviously purple is going to make archers, so why are we making camels? I don't get that. Right? I mean, in a team game, sure, you're Hindustanis, you're the pocket, sure, you make camels because you have to. But in a 1v1, Hindustanis have such an open tech tree. Why not make, I don't know, make skirmishers, back it up with, or cavalry archers, something like that. That's all better. Rather than camels. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do with that. As soon as crossbow comes in, which it will be coming in, camels will just die. And there won't be any archers to save you either. Do Hindustanis get special camels or something? Yes. Yes, Hindustanis get faster attacking camels. So they attack 25% faster. Which is like stirrups, but then for camels. Which is fairly strong. It's definitely really strong. Helps you a lot against other camels. Hindustani camels can actually beat Gurjara camels, which is definitely difficult to do. It doesn't really help you against archers because you lack the pierce armor. You will just die. I haven't played since the new civs joined, so unsure on them. Ah, I see. Yeah, Hindustanis they changed Hindustanis a little bit. As green fighting before upgrades. Ay. Green's not in a good position too, is he? This is yeah. Not so bueno. Well, luckily Yellow's army is trapped. It can't get out anymore. Actually, it could walk around. It can't get out. Yellow can just walk away if he wants to. Yellow right now, he's just booming on... Well, 2 town centers are going to get a 3rd one as well. And nicely put on that forward gold. I like that to secure that. That's good. And then we'll see what Yellow's going to go for. You can go for whatever. Remember, this is not a team game, really. It's a 1v1 game. So you can go for knights as the flank. You can go for whatever you want. You can even go for skirmishers. It doesn't matter. The tower will finally go down as well, like I said it would. And, yeah, red putting a lot of pressure on Teal right now. Teal's down to 30 villagers, no military. There's a crossbow here to kill the villagers. Yeah, Teal is not in a good position whatsoever. The tower rush was a big waste of resources in the end. It just didn't do enough damage. It really didn't. All those forward buildings will go down as well. I mean, I understand the idea. It's just, this is why scouting is so important, right? If Teal had scouted this, you would have known tower right there. Bam. You know, you have a good tower. This tower doesn't do anything. That tower didn't do anything. You're just buying a lot of time for red, really. Green, yeah, green tried to damage yellow, but yellow defended well. That's why yellow got ahead. And yellow now has 60 villagers versus 27. If this were a 1v1 game, green would probably resign. Ooh, interesting. The boys player now going to go for a castle. Now, this is mostly to just stall out the game. Because it's not like Teal with 30 villas is going to do too much here to red. Well, I should probably be looking over here. I was just looking at purple for a second. As the crossbows, are they going to be able to deny it? Are the Polish regenerating villagers going to help you here or not? 50%. Still some crossbows there. Teal is force clicking this right now. Is he going to get this up or not? Nope. Nope. Doubt castle. Teal. Teal, what are you doing to me, man? What are you doing to me? Alright, here comes blue, 8 camels. Purple has 15 crossbows that will kept defensively. These crossbows will absolutely shred camels. Absolutely. I think it's GG already, lol. I think so too. Fiera 28, they showed up to play. They're up 198 villages to 110, 60 to 19 villagers. Normally, if if one player was losing their island and the rest was fairly even, I'd say, okay, we can still play. But two players are on the losing side right now, and the winning player is making camels against crossbows. I don't understand why Blue's making camels. I just don't get it. Like, Hindustani Indians used to be able to do this, right? Because your camels got one extra pierce armor, so it was okay. It was okay. Hindustanis don't get that extra pierce armor anymore, see? Just two. Look at that. See that? Right there. Look at that. This is why you don't make camels against crossbows. I think Blue just kind of got stuck in the whole team game mindset and forgot, wait, just because I'm Hindustanis doesn't mean I have to go for camels. Shouldn't have gone for camels. Yep. But I mean, Yellow taking a fight here, has more units, denying it to C as well. Yeah, this is very much GG. This is just so GG. Fiera 28 completely outplayed Team Flauta here. I mean, this was their home map, so it's good that Fiera 28 probably prepared something here. And yeah, the civs were good, the strategies were good. You know, just keeping that 1v1 mindset, because that's what this is. It's 3 1v1s. There you go. The GG is called, and Fiera 28 clap back on their home map. We will go to a game number 3. Yeah, it's the home map for Fiera 28. Because they lost the Arabia game. Alrighty. Yeah, and yeah, they played it beautifully. I mean, I think let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. Because let's just analyze what happened to Team Flauta that they got so far behind here. We can just it's a good GG indeed. Right, so first of all, Team Flauta did not dock in Dark Age, right? That is fine if you're going to go for a short game, if you go very aggressive in feudal age, because docking actually doesn't speed up your feudal age time. It usually delays it, actually, right? So there's that. But it does mean that the longer the game go, you will be behind in economy. As a result, the castle age times for red, yellow, and even purple were going to be better, right? That's strike number 1. Now, I don't think green did a whole lot wrong beyond that, right? I think green he tried to do damage to yellow, wasn't able to, and yellow had fish, so yellow got a faster castle age time and dominated green with that. Yeah, and then green, wasn't able to stop the crossbows from getting in, and of course his base is very cramped already, so that was really difficult to deal with. So that makes sense. For Teal's idea for going for a tower rush, yeah, okay, why not? On an island like this, where most of your resources are forward, most of the time, it can be pretty deadly to get tower rushed. I think Red would probably have been able to deal with it because he did have stone in the back, but still. The problem for Teal was he didn't scout properly. I checked his scouting in feudal age. He had scouted only this part of Red's base. So he didn't know that Red was on his main gold right there. If he had known that, the first tower would go up right there, between this gold and that gold, denying the gold that Red was actually taking, right? And then you can follow that up with more towers on this wood line and just slowly make your way to the back of Red's base. Would have been a lot better, and Red's uptime would not have been any good, because he would have had to go over here instead of basically getting no delay. Because the towers for Teal, this one didn't do a whole lot, this one did nothing, right? It didn't deny anything. So Red didn't overreact, just got into castle age, got knights out and some crossbows, and the rest is history. That leaves us with Purple. Purple was actually behind to Blue. If scouting was a problem for Teal, it was also a problem for Purple. Purple made fire galleys, right? He made a bunch of fire galleys at the start to try to kill Blue's fish, but Blue wasn't on water. If Purple had scouted the shoreline, he would have known that, You just make one fire galley if you want to protect your fish, but for the rest, you switch to land military. Now, Purple got completely overwhelmed by Blue right early on, but because of the fish, we're still able to get a competitive castle time and get his crossbows out. And that, I think, is where Blue made his biggest mistake. I think Blue just kind of got stuck in the whole I'm Hindustani, so I should go camels mindset, because that's what Hindustanis do in team games. In team games, sure. Because in team games, you have a flank who can help you kill the archers from your opponent. In a 1v1, though, if you make camels against crossbows, you're just going to die. You're just going to die hopelessly. There's no way that camels kill these crossbows. Not even Hindustani's camels. Not with their extra attack, and definitely not since they lost that extra pierce armor in Castle Age. Yeah, so I think anything would have been better. Like your own crossbows, cavalry archers, maybe. Skirmishers even, whatever you want to do, something like that. Alrighty, but this was a win for Fiera 28. That means that we're going to go to a game number 3. Let's have a look at the statistics real quick. I think if you look at the KDs, yeah, much better for Fiera 28. They were taking the better fights. I mean, you know, you could see what especially Teal was trying. You know, Blue did a great job in the early game, but yeah, Team Flauta, they were just outplayed. Just outplayed. Compare the food count as well, especially for the melee player. Look at that. Look how much food he brought in with fishing ships. Yeah, I mean, in the end, it does even out. But you gotta remember when that food is coming in. All that food for Team Flauta coming in later, right? Later than for Fiera 28, because they don't have fishing ships. They have to wait until they get a lot of farms up. APM today was 51 for Red. Alright, Red the fastest player once again. Good stuff. GG. It's 1-1. We're gonna go to the final game, which is on the home map for Team Flauta. It's Atacama, you guys. Oh boy. Well, I mean, we know, you know, both cases, you know, we haven't seen either team going really ultra aggressive in feudal age. You know, except Teal, he did go kind of aggressive. That's true. So let's see which team is the better team here. My guess is that Team Flauta will have an advantage here. Not only because of their civilizations, also because Fiera 28 banned Colosseum, which is a similar map to Atacama in how it's played. It's very aggressive, which may mean that they might not like aggressive map like that or are less comfortable on it. I may be wrong in that, you know, anything can happen, but that's my thinking right now. So let's see. Third game, let's go. Alrighty, let me change the color here. Kapow. Boom. Alright, let's have a look at Atacama. Ooh, what a wood line. Holy wood line. That is a thick wood line. Look how thick that wood line is. That's one. Yeah, a thick wood line with double C instead of a K. Well, I guess wood is not going to be that much of an issue then. And this wood line also, look at that. The middle is completely wooded off. Imagine putting a lumber camp right here in the middle. No one would know. Oh. Wow, this is going to be an interesting Atacama game. This is basically Oasis. Wow. Alright, I've never seen a woodline generation quite like this. Alright, so welcome to Virgo Cup VII Oasis then, huh? Indeed, it's thick, huh? That's gonna change the game, because that means that no one can go through the middle to sneakily attack someone's woodline. All the aggression is gonna have to come around the sides, which means that you could technically wall to your TC on both sides and have a bit of a team wall going. That's awesome. Thick wood, indeed. Yeah, well, let's not say that too much. I might get banned for Twitch, by Twitch for being obscene. Well, honestly, in all fairness, if they're not going to ban the hot tub streamers, I don't think they should be able to ban me for saying thick wood. I don't think that would be very fair. Alright, let's introduce our players. We're going to start with the home map team, which will be Team Flauta. In the teal, we have Yehi playing as the Portuguese. In the green, we have King Gaias as the Magyars. Yes, we like Magyars on this channel. In the blue, we've got Loco Del Tacho playing as the Huns. Good stuff. Alright, in the purple we have El Colo playing as the Koreans. Good, very good as well. In the yellow we've got Lithuanians for El Piso. I like that. Could get a good uptime with that. And then same thing for red. We have Khmer for Didi. Alright, now so this is interesting. Now we have two flanks which are actually more cavalry civs than archer civs, right? So we might get in a situation now where blue's going to make scouts and red is going to make scouts as well. My guess is that is exactly what they're going to do. Now, going for Huns or Khmer as the flank is fine. I mean, Huns do get Arbalest, Khmer do not, right? Khmer in the late game will have to switch into something else. But early game, you can get a lot of good uptimes with Khmer. Faster feudal age, faster cast age, which means faster archers or faster crossbows. Or, I guess in this case, faster scouts. So the Portuguese player is going to have to defend himself against that one. But the same thing on the other side, where the Korean player will have to defend himself against the Hun player, who will get a lot of scouts out as well. I do prefer Huns as a flank then, rather than Khmer. Again, because the late game for Huns is good, but Huns are also a pretty good early game civ with the aggressive stable. With that I mean the stable produces units faster, which also applies to green, by the way. So both green and blue are going to benefit from that. And in a map that is all about military numbers, having faster producing stables, it can be the difference between a tie and a clear win. Alright, well, purple is going to take wood over here. Let's see if they're going to wall from the wood to their TC. I think that's worth it. I think it's worth it to wall like this. Just wall like this, right? Because at that point, your opponent, they have to either punch through your walls, which will take time, or they have to go around this side, which also takes time because you gotta walk, right? So that's that. Purple also has gold in the back. Oh, nice. 2 golds in the back, berries in the back. Purple will be happy with that. Unlike blue, who has his berries forward and his gold forward. Now, the gold's not going to matter because I think blue is just going to go for scouts. That would be my guess. Although not necessarily. Again, he can go for archers. It's fine. Back gold for teal. That's good. Back berries technically as well. Where is he taking wood right now? Over here. Good stuff. And then we have red, who has a back gold as well. It's quite far out in the open though. Yeah, the desert wasteland. What elo is this? That's a tough question. I do not know the individual 1v1 elos for these players. I do know that since they are category C, their team game elo on average once was below 2k. It's definitely below 2k now because they got adjusted. So my guess is that these are around 1,000 to 1,300 elo players. That's my guess. Because if you go higher than that, then you're already getting close to the B category. And category B is probably 1,300 to like 1,600, and category A is anything above that. It's my guess, just on average. But of course, I don't know all the elos. Obviously, that would be insane for me to keep track of the elos of about 400 competing players. Yep, that's how many players competed. 300 teams, 4 players on average. 100 teams, I mean, 4 players on average. There you go. Alright. Fastest feudal time for the Lithuanian player. Not surprising at that, I should say, because Lithuanians get that extra food, which does mean you can go for a faster uptime. Say a 19 pop scout rush, which is actually slow for Lithuanians. Alright, well, red is going to scout around in the middle now. He's going to find out that you can't actually go through the middle. Yeah, this wood line is insanity. This might actually be a longer Atacama game then. Just think about it. Like, normally Atacama games are pretty short because one side gets overwhelmed. The other player can go through the wood line and, you know, sneak attack you. We have a stable going up for the Khmer player. What's blue doing? Blue is not a feudal age yet, so doing nothing. But basically, this feels a lot like Oasis, right? Feels a lot like Oasis, which means it probably makes good music too. Yeah, hint hint, I love Oasis. It's one of my first favorite bands. And no, it's not just for the song Wonderwall. I mean, I like Wonderwall. It's not their best song, though. My favorite song is Live Forever. I like that song a lot. It's a good song. Only their 3rd single, actually. Alright. Ooh, alright. So the Hun player is not going to go for cavalry. Okay, we could have seen that, actually, because he did build a mining cab. My bad. I didn't spot that in time. So it will just be archers on this side now. I don't think the purple is going to mind that all too much. Now, this probably means, right? This probably means that green can now go to either side to help against do damage with his scout. Yellow right now is over here. Green's here as well, so... No, I mean yellow is over here. Yellow is fighting under a TC. Spearman goes down. Okay, nicely done by teal. And now yellow's gonna have to back up here. Has less scout HP after all. Or maybe not entirely. Ooh, 1 for 1. Red is here as well, though. That's very awkward. Remember that red is making scouts also. So there's going to be a lot of scouts on this side. So, yeah, teal and green better make sure that they are fully walled. And, I love it. I love it so much. And this is one thing that we didn't talk about. There's an opening on the left side of this wood line, which means that this tower can never be denied. Ever. And red can just drop all the towers he wants. Well, why not let purple do it? Purple is the Korean player, after all. Oh, red. Just make more towers. Just tower everything. What? This is insane. This is such a map hack, man. This is such a map hack. They can't stop this ever. The only thing they can do is drop their own towers. Now, luckily, the wood line is thick enough where you could still chop wood somewhere else. But my God, that's not fair. Red can wall himself into the middle. Yeah, you totally could. Just put a gate right there. You'd have the safest wood in the game. I have never seen a wood line like this in Atacama. This is insane. And it's also such luck for Fiera 28. Honestly, as yellow is trying to get a Vil kill on green. Green did lose 3 villagers already. Ay. Magyar player is trying to get some kills somewhere else with the scouts, I'm sure. Well, they're kind of just sitting over here not doing anything. Why not send those scouts in to kill yellow scouts? How about that? Alright. Yeah, more spearmen being made now by Teal. He should be making spearmen. Green and Teal, they should both be making spearmen as well. It's double scout on one side. So you don't want to just let the scouts overwhelm you. It will force Red to just go for an archer range like he should have to begin with. Well, not should have, but what is the meta? That's what I mean. Like this. One player coming forward with 11 archers, and it is, ooh, not a whole lot of military for purple, so I don't know what happened there to purple. He's probably going to have to make some skirms now, because, yeah, here is purple's wood line right next to blue's wood line, so blue could see that, and blue says, you know what, I don't want to share my wood with you, go away. There you go. 2 villagers down, 1 villager could have died there. Purple is bringing in the skirms. Now remember, it's Koreans, they get the armor upgrade for free, which is neat. Very neat indeed. So you can kill this army quite easily. I want Red to make more towers, but I think Green realized the danger of that. So he's going to drop a tower in his wood line now to keep it safe. Yep. I must say, that is bad luck for Team Flauta. Honestly, if they had scouted that, they might have asked for a re. You know, because this wood line favors Fiera 28 heavily. Alright, Teal coming forward now with archers, and he has enough archers and a spearman here that the Khmer player can't fight that anymore with his scouts. Now, there's enough archers here, the spearman will do damage to the scouts, at least if Teal fights. If Teal fights, Teal. Alright, well, no fight then. Blue's back. Blue wants to break through the walls once more. There's only 2 villagers on wood right now for purple. Does he have some wood somewhere else? He's taking wood down here from the straggler somewhere. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Because you're going to run out of wood then, in that way. Look at that. Only 52 wood. Good luck making farms with that. We have enough farms to keep the TC running, but not enough wood in order to make more skirmishes. Which means that blue can just run right through your economy. And blue is killing a bunch of villagers on the gold for purple. On the other side, oh, we had a big fight. Okay, I want to see this. Hang on a sec. That's too big. That's too big. We can't miss that. There you go. I want to see that. This is why we have Capture Race Pro. Darn it. This is what we do with that. As Red goes in, Red didn't engage in time. And then the micro here from Teal is good enough as well. That Spearman is not fighting because Teal grouped it up with his archer. So even without the Spearman, kills all the scouts. Khmer player didn't do that much damage with these scouts, so yeah. Like that, he has the skirmishes behind the walls. Oh, that's adorable. That's how I used to play when I was a noob. Not to say that Red is a noob. I think he just accidentally ungarrisoned the skirmish to the wrong side of his walls. That's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with defending from behind walls, honestly. As blue and green are doing some damage to purple. Purple's army, not as big as it was before, was it? And you're making skirms now, which will absolutely die to Magyar scouts. Yeah, the down bell is rung. Ding, ding, ding. Purple is down at 33 villagers, though. It's 38 vills for blue, and there you go. Meta play can actually do a lot more damage, which is why I don't really like the scout opening in most cases. As, oh, blue cut his way into the middle. They can take out this house in the tower now. Yeah, let's go. Right now does not have a lot of wood, and if it looked good for Fiera 28, I think Team Flauta have managed to stabilize properly here. Even though Teal is still taking straggler trees all the way out here. Where's he taking wood right now? Teal. Is he on wood? He's on wood somewhere. Where's he taking wood? Oh, right there. Okay, there you go. Not the best wood line, of course, but you gotta do something. I mean, I think Teal could just send his wood villagers to maybe over here. Right, on this thick wood line. Very thick. This lump of a wood line right there. That might be safe. Alright, well, purple is trying to keep blue's reinforcements from streaming through as blue is making his way towards yellow. Yellow not happy about that, but he can't do anything about it. It's 21 archers with 17 kills on them. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, yellow did wall all the way around his wood lines. That's good, but right now, look at that military count for Fiera 28. Red's on the way to Castle Age, but with no military. Yellow wants to click up, has only 3 scouts. Purple... yeah, he probably also wants to click up, but he's not going to have any military to defend himself either. It is 56 military versus 11. And if there's one thing in Atacama that wins you games, it is having way more military than your opponent. It's very important on this map, after all. As green, the Magyar scouts are here, and this is why Magyars are so strong. Run right on their farmland, snipe a few villagers. Kapow! As both blue and green are here. And what is yellow going to do about this? Yellow is going to click up the castle age, but the problem is yellow is not producing scouts right now. His team was on the back foot. I think this is a mistake for yellow not to be making scouts with upgrades at the moment when you desperately need them. 10 scouts could clear this. 3 scouts cannot. You're about to get kicked off your gold as well because the tower has already gone up over here. Right in the meantime, he's getting hit by the Magyar scout as well. He is in the castle age. That's nice. What army are you going to make, Red? That's the question, isn't it? Yeah, blue still denying the gold over here. This is not looking good for Fiera 28. They're trying to get up to Castle Age. Again, that's nice, but you need military. You need military fast, because blue will be in Castle Age in 2 minutes. We'll have crossbows. Green has clicked up as well. Green has 12 scouts on the field right now, as red's woodline has also been denied, and red is forced to now abandon his wood. I can't believe that Fiera 28, even with the awesome wood line that they had, that they still actually don't have wood control at the moment. The only one who's still actually on wood is, well, yellow and I guess purple, because he did build a tower now. And not red. Not red. Red could have taken the safest wood in the game. Imagine taking this wood line. Wall there, wood. Boom. Steel's even going to check it out. That's how safe this is. They know this as well. This purple is trying to take a fight here. I mean, again, yeah, skirmishers will normally help you, but there's not enough of them here. Not enough of them here. It's 70 military versus 11. The moment that Team Flauta hits Castle Age, things are about to get scary. Alright, as blue's taking a fight over here, not the best fight, it's still skirmishers. So skirmishers are trading well against the archers. The problem is blue is just coming in from the other side. The skirmishers are on the back, which means there's nothing to defend you on the front of your base. Here come the crossbows in 40 seconds. Alright, it's teal's gonna take red's wood line. I love it. I've never seen that. I've never seen anyone steal the wood line from his opponent. Wow, what a power move, man. That's a crazy power move. Teal's like, huh, you deny my wood, huh? Here you go, I'll take your wood line. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Well, here's crossbows, and yellow has 2 knights in the field. It's not going to be enough. He's getting the +2. He's getting a siege workshop as well to defend himself. But the moment that the Magyar player comes forward with knights, that siege workshop's not going to do too much, is it? No, no, no. Steel is also in the castle age in 30 seconds. He's still defending, but should probably not fight against the mangonel with just archers. That will probably not end well for you. Koreans, of course, get that guard tower upgrade for free instantly, which is kind of nice, because that tower is a lot stronger now. So, I mean, the wood line will be safe. Blue can't raid that, but blue can still take other things, can raid other things as well. Blue is not paying attention to this, so the crossbows run into the TC, as they always do. Alright. Steel just taking down the stable. The hated commerce stable. There you go. No more stable roof for you. There you go. And now Teal can finally chop wood on the other side as well. Yay! This was important. We needed to make this wood line more efficient, you guys. Alright. Military count 11 versus 74. Team Flauta is in Castle Age. I just don't see Fiera 28 coming back from this. In pro games, if they were in Fiera's position, they would have already resigned by now. Just on a map like this, being this far behind the military still is just... It's not something you can come back from. I'm not seeing any production from purple. I'm seeing barely any production from yellow. I'm seeing very little production from red, as red is making some mangonels, which do nothing anymore once the knights come out. I mean, green's just going to send those right under the TC. Yeah, there you go. The GG is called. Like I said, I just don't see it, and neither does Fiera 28. And what a heartbreaker. They did so well in the second set. They worked so hard to get all the way over here to come back in this series. But Team Flauta completely outplaying Fiera 28 on their home map. And just like Team Flauta got outplayed in the second game, they are returning the favor now. And yeah, they played it a lot better, at least on Atacama. On Atacama, it's all about military production. And look at that military count. It's just, it wasn't there. But yeah, good series, indeed. Both teams playing really well. Like I said, just because it's Category C doesn't mean that the series are bad. Please. They were very good. Good stuff indeed. Yeah, I think opening scouts is fine if you can do some damage. I love this tower. That was an awesome tower. I would have just continued with the tower. Just tower everywhere. Honestly, the moment that they scouted that, just go for that, right? Would have been really good. You know, it would have kicked the entire team off of wood for the time being. Would have been awesome. Instead of scouts, might have even been better. I think the follow-up for Red was kind of problematic. You know, he made a few skirmishes, but he just... he kept his army alive and then started killing scouts. Once you have like 8 archers, you just start killing all the scouts that your opponents are making. That is when the scout opening for the flank player usually dies down. This is why in 1v1s and in team games, the flank player will have to switch into skirmishers to defend himself against archers. Something like that, especially if you can't do any damage. Yeah. On the other side, purple just got outplayed by blue. I mean, blue and purple both did the same thing, but purple, his army wasn't out in time. You notice that by the time that blue came forward with 12 archers, purple only had 5 military on the field. Again, Atacama, it's all about military numbers. You're behind in numbers, you're gonna take damage. You're gonna take damage, your military production is gonna suffer, and as a result, your numbers stay low. You see how this snowballs, right? And on Atacama, it's so easy to deny resources from your opponent. It's so open. It's a hell of a map to play if you don't have a military. Speaking of military, let's have a look at the statisticals. I want to see the military production and prove that point. Let's hammer that home again. Look at the military production from Team Flauta. You know, look especially for blue. 60 military. There you go. Very much outproduced everyone here. As Huns, you know, very good. Yeah, and just the army high for Fiera 28. It was never high enough to contest, right? To really contest what Team Flauta were doing. And as a result, the KDs were a lot better for Team Flauta. They just took better fights with better military and more military. Yeah, as a result, the economies were actually fairly similar, right? But again, it's not just economies that win games. It's mostly military in Atacama. Well, actually, military wins games. You need economy to get military, but it's still military that wins games. So even if you're behind technically in economy, it doesn't matter if you have more military. Fastest player today was still Didi. Red still seems to be the fastest player out there. Nicely done. Alright, I'd like to say congratulations, Team Flauta. Let me update the scoreboard here. Team Flauta for getting their win, deservedly so after this series. It was a great series too. Fiera 28 played really good as well. And they can be proud of themselves nonetheless for making it this far, you know, and good luck, of course, in the next tournament. GG!